Welcome to Section 3 of the Advanced Node.js course. In this section, we are going to discuss authentication. We're going to take a look at Introduction to OAuth, setting up routes for Facebook authentication, setting up a Facebook strategy with the Passport module, setting up sessions and testing our Facebook login, setting up local users using Mongoose and sessions. So this section is going to be a lot about logging in users and confirming that they are the correct users. And a big part of that is going to be OAuth, which allows us to sign in with different third-party organizations such as Facebook or Google. Introduction to OAuth, Section 3.1. In this video, we are going to take a look at what OAuth is, an overview of how we can incorporate OAuth with Node.js using the Passport module. What is OAuth? OAuth is open authorization. It's a system wherein a third party, such as Facebook, gives an application access to its own information, such as user data. It is commonly used for third-party authentication. So you may have seen these login with Facebook or login with Google buttons across various sites. These sites are essentially handing their authentication over to the trustworthy third party. So if you look on the bottom, you'll see this sign up with Facebook, sign up with Google button. That's really the core of what we're going to do with OAuth. We're instead of having users sign up through our own websites, because users might be a little bit lazy, they might not want to sign up with our website. Just to make things easier for them, we can give them a sign up with Facebook or sign up with Google button. And that's what we're going to discuss throughout this section. We can use OAuth with our Node.js applications using the Passport module. And again, OAuth is a thing that you can do with a lot of different programming languages. So for example, if you were to use Python or Java or some other language, you could incorporate OAuth within your application. But for Node.js, we can use this module that makes it really easy to use OAuth called the Passport module. So the first thing we do with the Passport module is configure something called a strategy. And Passport has these strategies, which are essentially objects that tell the third parties, such as Facebook or Google, how we're going to interact with them. So it first authorizes us as the application that Facebook or Google has given permission to access the information of. So for example, we get these IDs and these secrets, which are essentially keys that allow us to access that user data from Facebook. So essentially we have these Facebook strategies that we can configure to our specific needs. So that's the first step, creating these Facebook strategies. And I know I've given it a short explanation right now. Really all it is this one sort of object with a callback function that we're going to discuss more in depth in another video. So that's the first part, the Facebook strategy. The second part is setting up the routes to access the Facebook login. So there's really only two routes we need. The one, which is the get route, which is going to redirect to Facebook's login page. We're going to go to our website /auth/Facebook, for example, and that will redirect to Facebook. The second one is the get route. Once the user has finished logging in with Facebook and correctly signed in, it will redirect back to our application. So that's the second route, which is going to be something like auth/Facebook/redirect. So first step, setting up Facebook strategy. Second step, setting up Facebook routes. And third step is setting up sessions to keep the user logged in. And essentially what sessions are is once we've confirmed that a user is correctly logged in, we want to only display the data for that specific user. And we want to do this across multiple pages. So we don't want them to have to log in with every page of our website. We want them to stay logged in. A session is essentially a thing that will allow the user to stay logged in. It's essentially a storage point where we can store some data about who is the user currently logged in, as well as some other things. So while it may seem confusing at first, at its core, Passport with Facebook is just 3 simple steps: creating a Facebook strategy, 2, creating routes to handle authentication, 3, configuring the sessions using Express Session, and passport serialize user / passport deserialize user, and these functions we'll talk about more later.